Hey everyone, it's time to go over the very last character for Season 2 from the very convincing leak list, which is supposed to be Zeku. Now, in case you guys missed out on my previous videos, I already went over Abigail, the Mad Gear game boss from Final Fight, who's supposed to be the next character coming up for Street Fighter V, and Manat, the fortune teller, who is the apprentice of Rose. So these videos are already up on my channel, so if you guys want to catch up with what's going down, go check it out. Alright, so who is Zeku? Well, he's a Grandmaster of the Bushin Ryu Ninjutsu, which is a fighting style that the character Guy uses from Final Fight, or more recently, Street Fighter IV. Now, this is a fighting style that's supposed to be passed down, either from father to son, or master to disciple. In fact, Zeku was actually the master of Guy, so that explains why they both share the same fighting style. Now, another quick tidbit is that Zeku is also the master of Maki, who is featured in Capcom vs SNK 2, really great game by the way, and she's originally from Final Fight as well. Her father was actually the master of Zeku when he still was considered a student. So there seems to be a lot of Final Fight lore being injected into Street Fighter V near the end of the season with Abigail and now Zeku. So let's stop for a second and rewind a bit, because I know this video is already sounding crazy. I'm talking about a character you guys never probably heard of before. So when we look back to when Akuma was first revealed, when we first saw the silhouettes for that season pass, the character on the very far right definitely looked like Garuda, okay? So the silhouette definitely has some kind of samurai armor. You can see it from like the shoulders, the legs, all very similar to Garuda, and even the hair matches as well. It's just so damn similar, okay? Very convincing. I even made a video guessing that it was Garuda when we first saw the silhouettes. However, we learned from Capcom that all future characters in Season 2 after Akuma will be brand new to the Street Fighter universe, okay? So what they meant by that was that all the Season 2 characters coming were never playable before in previous Street Fighter titles. So with Garuda already playable in Street Fighter EX, that rules him out, which sucks. However, if for whatever reason you guys don't count the Street Fighter EX series, there's still no chance of it being him, unfortunately, because with the recent news of the April Fool's joke, that wasn't an April Fool's joke, fighting EX Layer, which made it very clear they have no ties with Capcom right now. So, yeah. Sorry for bringing the bad news, guys, but if I'm wrong, I guess I still technically win, because, yeah, Garuda would be awesome if he was in Street Fighter V. Now, another very common prediction on who the silhouette is on the very far right is Sodom, who coincidentally is actually another Final Fight character, like Zeku. But once again, Sodom was already playable in Street Fighter Alpha, so that rules him out as well, back to the drawing board. So how does Zeku match up with this silhouette? Well, the only time we actually get to see Zeku, as far as I know, is in Guy's ending in Street Fighter Alpha 2, and his artwork from the Street Fighter wiki page. So, as you guys can see, he doesn't match up with the silhouette at all. Like, at all. So I know you guys are going to be very skeptical about this video, but the reason I'm so confident that it's Zeku is because of the leak list. Now, just to remind you guys, the leaker Flowtron has named these characters, and even described them, before Akuma was even announced, okay? This was a long time ago. He named all 6 characters. Before you even saw the silhouettes, alright? So, for him to guess Akuma, okay, Colleen, and Ed, and even describe Ed as being muscular, and then predict Manat, and know that she is, looks Egyptian, okay, that early in, back in October, is just so convincing that this list is true, okay? I'm already sold. And unless he's just some kind of Capcom spy, right, and he's just thrown us red earrings, but at the very least, he hasn't been wrong yet, as of yet. If you guys want to look up the post he made yourselves, just to convince yourselves, you can check out the video description for the link. So let's talk more about Zeku. So at the end of Street Fighter Alpha 2, Guy's ending had him coming to the realization that he has just mastered his Bushin fighting style after defeating M. Bison. He was basically feeling himself. Suddenly, Zeku appears and challenges Guy to prove it in a fight to the death, basically, because there can only be one Grandmaster at all times. Now, Guy ultimately defeats Zeku, but spares his life. in the same way that Zeku spared his previous master's life, who once again is the father of Maki. Afterwards, Guy now becomes the Grand Master, of course. So where does this leave Zeku? It says he disappeared and was never seen again. How convenient. So the story is completely up in the air, and Capcom, can do whatever they want with him. This would explain why the silhouette of him looks nothing like Zeku, like nothing, because so much time has passed from Alpha 2 to Street Fighter 5, and we know, of course, especially with Ed is a great example, that Capcom could just totally change the appearance of the character anyways, even if we've seen him recently. Perhaps he becomes a mercenary for hire, kind of like a Ronin, for example, which would explain the armor that he seems to be wearing now. It's also very possible that we get to see Zeku in Abigail's story mode, assuming Abigail is the next character, which would give us a hint on what he looks like now, and give us more evidence to compare with that damn silhouette on the far right. So if Zeku is the next character, what will his playstyle be? Definitely would share some of Guy's attacks, obviously. They both have the exact same fighting style, but possibly his movement will be the same as Guy's as well, like Guy's signature command run, which we don't have any character in Street Fighter V that has that command run right now. I guess the closest would be Rashid or even Ken's V-skill, I guess, if you count that. Guy also jumps really, really high. He jumps off walls in a wide arc, and we might see that as well from Zeku. Zeku also uses ninjutsu, so we can expect some flashy or tricky move list. Really, it's up to Capcom's imagination what they want to do with his V-skill in V-Trigger. So, Zeku describes Bushin's style as only a name, and that a fighting style is not something handed down, but something created, which could imply that, him not having Guy's exact moveset, right? He can have anything. And adding new attacks to his style, since we haven't seen him in so long as well, depending on what he's done after he's not a Grandmaster anymore. So what do you guys think? Would you guys be happy if Zeku is the final character for Street Fighter V Season 2? Like I said, his silhouette is on the very far right, so we probably won't see Zeku for a really long-ass time. This will be the last character, probably before CPT, right? Before Season 3 starts, so there's a lot of time to speculate here. We're probably seeing a lot of Final Fight representation, right? If Abigail is the next character, we'll probably be seeing a lot of cameos from Guy or even Cody. So really exciting. I think Zeku, if his fighting style is similar to Guy with that command run style, that'll definitely, I'm sure it'll appease a lot of people that do want Guy in the game or want some Final Fight characters. So I think he'll be a great addition in terms of play styles of characters. So don't forget to like the video, guys, and be sure to subscribe to the channel, as of course I'll keep you posted on more fighting game news in the future. So till then, guys, have a good one.